Welcome back. Today I'm going to go over Harbor Freight's extended Black Friday sale that's going on. So essentially it's the same sale that's going on. They've extended it. It's in store and online while supplies last. So just know you can do it online, but I do believe Harbor Freight charges shipping. But I'm going to go over some of the best deals that I think are the best deals, and I'll show you the price history. So starting with that, of course, they have it organized with the three big items that are 40% off, and 40% off tends to be a great deal for anything, but you'll see with this one example why you have to be a little bit careful. So here we have the AVANTI handheld HVLP paint and stain sprayer at $69.99. This is from all intents and purposes a great paint and stain sprayer, but let's go ahead and look at the price history. Plenty of history. Goes up and down like crazy over the last 3 years, and you will notice that back in August it was down to $37.99. Of course, there's a price hike in August up to $80, went down to the $69.99 that it's currently at retail price. But with the 40% off, that is the big question. So if it's $69.99 and you get 40% off, you're getting it for $41.99. So essentially $42. And you'll notice that it has been lower a few months ago down to $37.99. Now it's only a few bucks, but at least it shows going back to April of last year, it's been lower than this 40% off. So this is one of those that the price has increased so much that even 40% doesn't have it down to its best price, but you know, it is pinching pennies and dollars. $41 is not bad. It's still a good deal, but it has been at better deals at least 5 or 6 times over the last 4 months. So just keep that in mind. We will go to the AVANTI airless paint primer and stain sprayer. So this is showing $249.99, but this would also be 40% off. So let's just see what that would come down to. $249.99, 60% off. So it would come out to about $150, even at 60%. At 40% off, $150 even. And we can look at its price history. The lowest that it's gone, and actually also pretty consistently, it's been down to $199 at its lowest price, both as a coupon and at retail price. So $150 is a great deal. You're getting it essentially 25% off of the lowest from the lowest that it's been. So this one is a confirmed deal. Next, we're going to be looking at the Icon socket sets, 40% off. So what we'll look at here is this is of the list that's available for this deal is the most expensive one. So it's showing $149.99. It's the Icon 3/8 inch drive SAE and metric modular general service socket set. 54 piece. Of course, Icon is super nice, and I think this is probably the one to get. It comes with a beautiful little foam insert that you can put into your tool chest if you have it. If you don't have one, the tool chest will go over here in a moment. Some great deals on those. $149.99. So you'd get this for 40% off, and this is crazy. It's already $149.99 right here. I should just delete one, so we'll just use this math. You'd get this for 40% off. So $149.99, you'd get it for $90. This Icon 3/8 ratchet set. So let's look at the price history. Essentially $90 of what this tool has been at. So this tool hasn't moved. It hasn't even been a coupon for it. It came out, doesn't have any history of any coupons. Came out at $149 back in April of this year, and it hasn't been on sale or it hasn't had a coupon. So this $90 that it's at is very likely the lowest you'll get these socket sets at. So if they're sold out at your store, which I think I've seen some comments of, they might be, but maybe you can get them online and you'll end up paying for shipping, but you'll still get an excellent deal. I don't know how much the shipping is, but even if it's $10, $15 worth of shipping, it's still a pretty good deal because it hasn't gone down to $90. You're getting what, $60 off. If you pay for shipping, you're getting roughly $50, $40 off, which is, I would say, is still an excellent deal. Next one we're looking at is a 40% off of all BRAUN lights. And I know the garage lights are always popular. Definitely, if you can get some, get those. These handheld magnetic lights are great. But the one I want to focus on that I haven't looked at before is this BRAUN 18,000 lumen LED detachable work light. Now this, again, of the options that you can, I think this is the most expensive BRAUN piece that's available, but it looks like a nice light and stand. I've been looking for some light stands to be able to do some lighting here in my office or in my garage, and this one is a good candidate. But again, 40% off. Let's see, $129.99 times 40% off, which is times 60%, come out to $78. So $77.99. $78 essentially, and it looks like, according to the price history, the lowest this has been is, looks like there's a coupon right now going on for it. Let's look back at it. Oh yeah, so they have an ITC Track Club deal that expires December 5th. Now, this is one thing you also have to be careful about, Harbor Freight. I've gone in and sometimes the associate doesn't know which deal is best, and they can assign you either this ITC deal, or if they don't know better, I mean, the math is similar, that the 40% off would actually come out to a better deal. So you might, if you're an ITC member, you go in and you get these lights and you're like, hey, I'm an ITC member, they'll give you the $89.99 deal, but you're better off getting the 40% off deal, which will come out to $10 cheaper than that. So one thing to be careful when you go in, make sure they're giving you the best coupon, because the system doesn't know and the associate doesn't always know. But great deal on lights. And we keep going. Of course, one of the more popular deals, and this is the one of the better deals, definitely entry level, or even if you're a pro mechanic, I would say. I mean, I'm an entry level, so I can't speak for professionals, but I think it's an excellent tool cart. This is one that I have. It's $189.99 right now, going on through the 8th. So this is specifically extended Black Friday sale, and the price history for it, you'll notice that it did go up right as of December 3rd. That's because the Black Friday sale technically is ended, and now this sale going on right now for the extended Black Friday sale is a coupon. So once this extended Black Friday sale ends, the price will be $279.99, and you notice that it's only gone down twice, maybe 3 times in the last year. So I guess that's pretty often. So you can expect the price to go down somewhat a few times over the next year, but the lowest that it's been is $189.99. So this is the time, if you're in the market for a mechanics tool cart like this, to pull the trigger if you can. And then these matching sets. So this is another deal that I'm super pumped on, and it's they'll have sales on these jack stands. It's the Daytona 3-ton heavy duty ratcheting jack stands. These purple ones, I don't know. Some people are fans, some people aren't. I am a big fan. I think they look super sweet. $24.99 is the lowest that they've gone. Now, they do go on sale throughout the year. Sometimes they'll be $27, sometimes they'll be $29. Specifically, I do want to look at because there's a theme that I'm going for here in some of the later products. One of the big things when you're buying jack stands is their clearance height, their lift height. And so these 3-ton Daytona jack stands have a lift height between 11 3/8 inch to 16 17/8 inch. So pretty decent height if you're doing some basic work on some not so heavy cars. But super nice purple. Price history, of course, for these purple ones is not that long because they just came out in this color. But the lowest price is the same across all the colors. And the lowest price essentially has been is $24.99. In the past, at least for these, they went down to $27.99 back in October. And then the same logic here, the regular price has gone back up to $50 because this is an extended Black Friday coupon that's available to everybody. But definitely a must get if you don't have a set of jack stands, or if you're looking for a set of jack stands. These in purple, I mean more power to you. Next in excellent deals is this Badland 3-ton off-road jack. So $249.99 for the extended Black Friday sale, $70 off coupon. And the reason I'm a big fan of these, I think a lot of people are big fans of these. Number one, they look pretty nice. They don't necessarily have to be used for off-road, but for a 3-ton jack, the clearance height is super impressive. So the high lift design is 29 1/16 inches. So for a 3-ton jack, I want to say there's very few that go up to 29-inch lift height, because that's easily, obviously, over 2 feet, about 2 feet 5 inches, and that's just super convenient to be able to lift something that high. And I'll show you a combination that I want to do. This is on my list to get because I want to lift an old car of mine, an old small car, a Honda Civic that I have, and I want to be able to lift it because I'm not that small of a person, and lifting it, what was it, the 16 inches, and I won't even top out those jack stands. Probably stay around 14 inches on these. It's not the most clearance height. I mean, it's decent, it's enough, but it's not that much. I would like to have a lot more clearance with some super sturdy jacks, but we'll kind of get into that a little bit later. $249.99 for this Badland. Price history, of course, this is the lowest they've been. One time before, back in June, it was down to $250 at retail price, which is also insane. But outside of Black Friday and back in June, so twice in the last 2 years, the lowest it's gone is $280. So this is at least $30 off from the lowest price, but looks like it sometimes easy hovers over $300, and right now regular price is $319. So don't pay $319 for it. Pay $249. Save yourself close to $100. Next is this US General simple 36-inch by 24-inch 2-shelf steel cart, $59.99. 25% off extended Black Friday sale. According to the price history, has been down to this price once before, but that was 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. Since then, it hasn't been back down except for this Black Friday sale. And having a nice little shop cart to roll around for $60 seems like a pretty good deal for a quality US General service cart. So not a bad deal. I think actually it's a really good deal, with the exception of this is what the price it came out with. So that's a little bit annoying. The deal is, hey, this is the price we released it at. Then again, inflation as it is now, solid deal. Next up, this is one of the ones that I've been tracking for a bit. It's the QUINN Masters Technician Tool Set, 428 piece. Now this one claims to go on sale every so often, but the sales are always one of those not really sales. They just say it's a sale, but you don't know what the price history is. So I have reviewed the price history before, but $299 shows $100 off for this extended Black Friday sale. But let's verify with the price history. So it has been down to this price, looks like a few times, $299.99 with a coupon and retail price. So it hasn't gone lower. This is a great starter kit. Well, Master Technician's tool set, but it'll be like one of those all-in-one, like you'll have everything you need, but you don't want to overpay for something like this, just because as long as you time it right, you can get a good deal with it. And this is that time. This is the time. So this is at its lowest price, 33% off from what it's currently listed at. So a whole $100 off for the QUINN Master Technician set. So this is the time that it's at its lowest price, so $100 off. And then this one is the Daytona 6-ton heavy duty ratcheting jack stands. And again, I'm a fan of these jack stands, but even a bigger fan when these are on sale. And these I think do go on sale, maybe not as often as the 3-ton, but we'll verify that right now. $49.99. It's 37% off for the extended Black Friday sale. And to continue with the theme of why you get certain jack stands, obviously including the weight, just to make sure you can support what you're trying to lift, is the lift height. So this has a lift height of 15 inches to 23 inches. So obviously a little bit more than the 3-ton jacks, which were up to 16 inches. So gives you about 7 inches more clearance height for the 6-ton, which is, not a little bit. Again, if you're not a small person and you're trying to work under a car, those extra 5 to 6 inches can mean you straining your neck or having a good time under the car. So let's look at the price history on these. It looks like, of course, they've gone up recently because, again, the sale's gonna be over. So the retail price is back up, but the coupon is still active through the 8th. And these, unlike the 3-ton, have not been at this price before. And they normally go down to maybe $60. Looks like last Black Friday, they only went down to $57, but now they're down to $49.99. So if you're in the market for some jack stands and you want a little bit extra clearance height, these 6-tons are the one to get. They're $50 right now. So it's a tough deal to skip on if you're in the market for some really nice heavy duty jack stands that give you a little bit of extra clearance height underneath the cars that you're working on. And then these are not on sale. So let me just be clear, these are not on sale. And I don't think these have ever really gone on sale. We'll verify with the price history. But the theme that I've been going for is I've been wanting to combine the Badland, off-road jack with its clearance height of 29 inches and get these 12-ton Daytona jack stands. And please, everyone tell me if this is a terrible idea. Safety first, if this doesn't make any sense. 12-ton Daytonas. These are hefty ratcheting jack stands. They look the same in all the pictures, but it's night and day when you actually see them next to each other. The difference is night and day between the jack stands when they're right next to each other. That being said, these 12-ton have a clearance height between 19 and 29 inches. So 19 inches is the minimum. So that's without even lifting the ratcheting bar, which just feels super safe. You can use your regular floor jack to jack it up to 19 inches, and now you have really decent clearance height as opposed to using the 3-ton, which is a lot less. So you have the option between 19 inches and it goes up to 29 inches and 3/8 inch. Now, I wouldn't max these out, of course, but with the Badland floor jack, off-road jack, it goes up to 29 and 1/16. So I could easily, 26, 27 inches for the 12-ton jacks. And so anyways, that's the idea, to get something off the floor, a small car off the floor with a lot more space underneath, as opposed to investing in something like a BENDPAK. Although this is the dream setup in the garage. My garage is small, so I'd need the low rise, the short rise 2-post lift. This is the dream for anybody's garage, but for $7,770, I can't. The financing as low as $183 almost gets me, and the $425 savings almost gets me. But to get more than 2 feet of clearance for working under a car, that's the idea I have. Maybe it's a bad idea. But anyways, these are the 12-ton, not on sale. They're $149. Let's look at the price history. And it looks like back in September, they were down to $125.99, $124.99. And just seeing the price on the 6-ton being down to $50 and the 3-ton being down to $25, I would hope that the 12-ton would go down to what, $75, since they seem to be going in $25 increments. But unfortunately, it hasn't been down to that price, and the retail price is ridiculous. At one point, the retail price was $129 back in July of 2023, so those were the days. But anyways, that's the 12-ton. I just threw that in. And then we have the Pittsburgh 3-ton low profile, a floor jack with rapid pump, classic pump, $89, $70 off for the extended Black Friday sale. Let's just look at the specifications. Lift height 19 7/8 inch, so you'd be able to get close to the 19 7/8 inch. Technically, you'd max out this jack to get it onto the 12-ton, so technically it would work. That's pretty close in inches to, whether it works or not, but that's great. With those 12-ton, technically you could use this regular jack for $90 to get it up to the lowest portion of those jack stands. And then if you have something with higher, or like maybe some type of, for the floor jack, maybe you could get it up a little bit higher. But anyways, this $89 extended Black Friday deal for the low profile floor jack with rapid pump, great deal. Price history, this is the lowest that this low profile rapid pump has been. For a 3-ton, that's an excellent deal. And I'll just leave it with that. I did just make a separate video going over the 12 deals at Christmas. They have a similar jack. It's the non-low profile one, and I think it's day 2. I forget the exact day. But there's going to be the 3-ton Pittsburgh floor jack for $79.99. So I'll put that video as a recommendation after this one, and it'll be in the description. But hopefully this is helpful. Do find it helpful, please consider liking and or subscribing. And as soon as I find some more deals, I'll send them your way.